said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Wells. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Off the play fake. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense has the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. 3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Looking for the score. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Working that left side now. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Ivory. Gets it out quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Salter. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Flanagan. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch down the right side. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
17, Auburn, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rice. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Ivory. Dumps it off in the flats. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Flanagan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. This time he's got it. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Four wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bruce. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Grabbed behind the line. It's Flanagan. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here comes the field goal unit. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rice. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. They're trailing by just 4 to Miami. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he got loose. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So a drive there of 84 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Rice. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. To the air, it's Ivory. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Wants to throw on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Completes the shuffle pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Rice. And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Back to pass, it's Ivory. Gets rid of it. Got a man, it's Duggan. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Let's see what he can do with it. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Quick with the spin move. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by 11 to Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Dropping back, it's Ivory. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run play action. A little release to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Hauls it in at the 25. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Texas offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The run from the shotgun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to him. Powers through the defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! He got a step and just dusted the field. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Auburn, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
To the air, it's Ivory. Makes the grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there. Oh, that one in there. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Big play, though, to spark the offense.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Play action pass, accept the big play.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They boot it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. He'll keep it himself. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He'll pull it on the read. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Longhorns will punt this one away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And first down for the offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
First down for the offense.
No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Ivory. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a second down play.
Second down coming up.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Brings up second down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. He's got an open man. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Longhorns are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
He's brought down.
Now on second down.
Second down coming up.
From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Auburn, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Third down coming up after that completion. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Rice. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He'll do it himself. Oh, what a move. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Wells. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. They go right back to him. Spins away from the defense. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Touchdown, Longhorns! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Reads it, fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Makes the grab. It's Wells. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Quarterback on the keeper. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Makes the grab. It's Wells. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Line getting set on second down. The option look. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Looking down the middle. He's got the tight end. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they may